What up, world? Big energy. Big energy. Big energy. Big energy. Big energy. Big energy. What up, y'all? It's your boy Big Excel. All right, man. Before we get into it, man, I want to talk to y'all a little bit. All right, so ever since I've been on YouTube, when I started doing interviews as Riding Dirty Radio, and as well as the Country Rat Report, I've always had people ask me to do reactions. And one of my reasons for not doing reactions has always been number one, I want the artists to receive the residuals for the videos they play. Number two, in order to utilize someone's video when it comes to the music. If you had a monetized channel, you had to be white labeled, and I always knew that I cover way too many artists to try to get everybody to white label me. And I know also that if they didn't like what we said about their music or their videos, my hat's not straight. It's I guess it's straight. I don't know. All right. I also know that if they didn't like what me or my co-host said about their video, even if they whitelisted us, then they would take that back, causing the channel to get striked. Um, and just for those reasons alone, I always felt like that it was cool to do a review of the content and then put the links in. That way, you the viewers, y'all could go check it out and see if y'all agree with how me or my co-host felt. But as I dive deeper into my YouTube career, I've decided that what, I do want to do reactions, but I'm not going to do reactions on music videos. I'm going to do reactions on current events, on things that are going on in the culture, news stories, just different things like that. I think I'll do it that way and talk to you about how I feel about certain situations and scenarios. Now, a lot of people know me from Country Route Report. Some know me from Riding Dirty Radio. Well, the content I'm gonna cover is just gonna be a broad scale of just things that go on. If I just find it interesting and feel like I want to talk about it, I'm gonna come to you guys and talk about it. So um, hopefully we'll grow together as a family. Hopefully you guys will find interesting topics that you want me to talk about, and if y'all find my opinion valuable of something of merit that you enjoy watching, then we'll continue. So feel free in the comments area to get at me about stories or news that you would like for me to talk about. If it's something crazy, whatever it is, comment me about it or inbox me or whatever, however you choose to get at me, and I'll take a look at it and we'll try to react to it. All right, now this is something that a close friend of mine told me to react to. It actually transpired last week. So I decided to, you know what, let's give it a go. All right, now this is about Cam Newton. Now, a lot of you guys might know Cam Newton. And if y'all don't know Cam Newton, I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about Mr. Cam Newton. Cameron Jarrell Newton. All right, he was born May the 11th. Got a birthday coming up. About a month. He was born May the 11th, 1989. He's an American football player. He's actually a free agent now. He recently played 11 seasons in the NFL. 9 of those seasons with the Carolina Panthers, and then he played like a season and a half with the New England Patriots, and then he actually went back to the Carolina Panthers, but he played 11 seasons in the NFL. Now, Cam earned the nickname Superman. He also earned the nickname of Super Cam. A lot of people, if you're familiar with Cam and as a college football player, he had a very, very short stint at Florida, but then he transferred to Auburn in 2011. He won the Heisman Trophy as well as the BCS National Championship game as a junior. After that, he was the first overall pick by the Carolina Panthers in the 2011 NFL Draft. Now, Cam is from Atlanta. He went to Westlake High School in Atlanta. All right, now, like I said, he played at Florida. He only played at Florida from 2007 to 2008. He transferred to a JC called Blaine in 2009. Then 2010, he was at Auburn. Now, some NFL accolades for Cam. He was the NFL MVP in 2015, Offensive Player of the Year the same year, and he was Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2011, his very first year in the league. He holds the NFL record for most rushing touchdowns for a quarterback, and he's the second all-time rushing leader when it comes to quarterbacks. So Cam had an amazing career. Now, the last time we seen Cam Newton on an NFL field, it was the 2021 season where he played for the New England Patriots, and he actually reunited about mid-season. Actually played 2020, I think, 2020 for the New England Patriots, and 2021 he reunited and played with the Carolina Panthers. Um, and what I consider the end of his career. Now, I felt like Cam was one of the most dynamic quarterbacks to ever touch an NFL field. He's been a great player. The way he played the game made a lot of people think of Mike Vick. He was a lot stronger, not as quick, but Cam played the game with a passion that's been unmatched by a lot of quarterbacks, especially those quarterbacks who use their legs when it comes to making plays. He's a very, very dynamic player. I definitely think he should be a first ballot Hall of Famer when he's actually eligible. Matter of fact, I wish Cam would go play in one of the alternative leagues like the XFL or the USFL, and I think it would really, really help their viewership if Cam chose to take his talents there. But the reason I'm here to talk about Cam Newton today is when Cam was last in the NFL, uh, Cam was very adamant about not wanting to be a backup and wanting to be a starter. And a lot of people feel like that's probably part of the reason why Cam Newton isn't in the NFL right now today, because he wants to be a starting quarterback, and a lot of people feels like he he's not as mobile as he used to be, and he's lost some of that accuracy. Now, earlier this summer, well, actually earlier in the fall, we saw Cam do a training day with a lot of Auburn, or actually a lot of potential top pick wide receivers. He did a training day and showed people that he could still throw it, and he was pretty accurate. But I think the main reason he done it was for his brother. His brother's a wide receiver. So that was the last time we seen Cam take the field. So the last we've heard of Cam was him saying he did not want to be a backup quarterback, and we just seen him throwing at an NFL training day, or at a training day to assist some of the younger wide receivers coming up. Well, since that time, it seems like Cam has backpedaled, or as he say, he didn't create the narrative. The narrative was created. So now Cam has decided to take to his podcast, the Cam Newton Show, I think that's the name of it, and gave a list of quarterbacks that he would potentially back up. So I want y'all to do me a favor, and we're going to watch this together, and then we're going to give our opinion on this. So this is Cam Newton's list of quarterbacks that he's willing to back up. Take it away, Cam.
So there's a narrative that's out there that says, Cam does not want to be a backup. I never said I didn't want to be a backup. So I'm going to take this time to explain who and what situation I would want to be a backup to and for.
Who are you going to back up, Cam? Who are you back up, Cam?
So I'll share my list. And when I was creating this list, I was saying to myself, I was like, yo, damn, like I would do that. Okay, I wouldn't do that. I would want to compete for a job in that situation. That's just me personally. I'm a competitor. We are gladiators in our own right as athletes, and you can't fault me for having that type of mentality. That mentality has got me everything and some from this sport, and it's going to continuously take me, in whatever walk of life.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you, Cam. I do not fault you for being a competitor. I do not fault you for wanting to be a starting quarterback. So I think all kids need that competitive edge, especially when it comes to the game of football.
That I decided to kind of go. And when I think about a backup, I have to mention I had two perfect examples of what that supporting cast is supposed to be. I had Derek Anderson and Joe Webb. Those two individuals was a perfect example of selflessness.
That's funny. Cam picks his perfect examples of a backup quarterback being Derek Anderson and Joe Webb, two men who backed him up. Okay, Cam, I guarantee you they fit the bill.
And just ultimate team players. And I don't know where it got kind of misconstrued with Cam's intentions to play. I want to win. That's the only reason why I play this game. It's not for individual accolades. They come, but that's not the main sole focus of why I play. I play because I want to win. I want to hoist some type of team award. And that's what it really pretty much comes down to. So any team that I've ever been on, I just desired the win more than anything else. As I made my list, I was saying to myself, like, who would be some guys that I could serve? You know what I'm saying? Like, who?
Hold on, let me say this. Let me say this, Cam. I commend you because I think right now, especially in all professional sports, I think wanting to win is less desirable for a lot of people than wanting the money. So one to win, I think is very, very dope of you.
Could I take up under my wing and in essence allow them to be the face, but also I just would want to help them in any type of way. Players that I would back up. Number one, I'll back up Deshaun Watson. It goes without saying, me and Deshaun Watson's relationship, he was on my 707 All-Star team. I've grown to admire the person, the athlete that he is, going through a lot of turmoil, but I believe that's behind him, and I know I can provide services for him on the field as well as off the field. My number two person would be wherever Lamar Jackson decides to go. Number three will be Justin Fields, another C1N product. Number four will be Tua Tagovailoa. Number five will be Malik Willis, another C1N All-Star representative. And number six was very interesting to me because I think this will be something that I know is like, yo, Cam, could you do this? And I would say there's three rookie quarterbacks that I would love or enjoy to groom, you know. And what I mean by that is there's a lot that goes into the most important position of all the sports. When you talk about, it's not track, this is not hockey, this is not baseball, this is not basketball, this is the undisputed leader of a team, and it's the quarterback position. So any of these rookie quarterbacks, CJ Stroud.
Hold on, before Cam gets to the rookies. Now, I definitely agree with you, Cam. The quarterback is probably the most coveted position on the the most important, damn it, the most important position on the field, whether it comes from Pee Wee League, high school, college, on the professional level. The quarterback is considered the most important part. So I definitely understand where you're coming from when it comes to that.
Bryce Young and Anthony Richardson. Any one of those guys, I would be happy to back those guys up.
All right, I ain't gonna lie. Hold on.
Got number 7, Jalen Hurts. Number 8 would be Aaron Rodgers.
Hold on, Cam. You went to Auburn and you picking a lot of Alabama quarterbacks, former and present. You picked Justin Fields. You picked Tua, Alabama. Bryce Young, Alabama. Jalen Hurts, Alabama. Come on, Cam. Come on. You're showing Alabama a lot of love to be an Atlanta boy.
Number 9 would be Josh Allen. And number 10 will be Sam Howell, another C1N alumni.
Okay, I know there's a C1N alumni, but I don't know who the hell Sam Howell is. I'm going to have to look up his stats. Okay. I don't know who the hell Sam Howell is. I don't know where he plays. Can somebody please tell me in the comments where does Sam Howell play?
But when you think about the list, it's really to the point. Now, some of those guys may already have penciled in backups that the franchise is probably okay with, and that's fine. I'm just voicing my opinion, and I'm just getting the narrative out. And I didn't want nobody kind of to assume, you know, or live in this false bravado like, oh, yeah, right, Cam, hang it up.
Okay, now I agree with you, Cam. You want to create the narrative. You want to be the one to actually put the narrative in its proper perspective. And you know what? I can feel you, Cam. You got 10 quarterbacks here that you will back up. Now, there's going to be a lot of NFL fans who feel like, boy, you tripping. You tripping. Deshaun Watson, who's fresh off basically sitting down for almost 2 full seasons. Deshaun only played like 5-6 games last year. It seems like, yeah, yeah, you damn sure be willing to back up Deshaun Watson because you probably feel like you can take his job. Lamar Jackson, a quarterback who actually had a very, very similar style, who right now we don't even know if he's going to be on the team next year. So, yeah, where you going to back him up, Cam? You going to back him up sitting beside you at your podcast? Lamar got to get a job. Lamar got to get a job. All right, Justin Fields. Okay, Justin Fields, another running quarterback like yourself who has accuracy problems. And I hate to say that because Justin once wore that Georgia Bulldog. But Justin Fields, great quarterback, led the NFL this past year when it comes to rushing yards for a quarterback by a long shot. But Cam, you were more accurate than Justin, so you might put Justin on the bench. Tua. Now, we all know, as much as we love Tua ain't going to be on the field but maybe 8-9 games because he's got injury problems and he's known to get a concussion or two. All right, Malik Willis. We're going to go on by your name, Malik. You hadn't even proven that you All right, CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, and Anthony Richardson. All rookie quarterbacks who are not on the NFL team, who we all know that a lot of teams don't like starting rookies. They like for an established person like yourself, Cam, to come in and tutor these players and then possibly make them the heir to the throne. But it might take a full season. So I see why you pick CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, and Anthony Richardson. All right, Jalen Hurts. Cam, no. Jalen Hurts just played in the Super Bowl and was this close to becoming a Super Bowl champion. Jalen Hurts has definitely earned the right to be that starting quarterback, and I'm not sure if you can help Jalen Hurts anyway because Jalen Hurts don't get hurt. So I'm not sure. All right, Aaron Rodgers. So you mean to tell me, Cam, you back up Aaron Rodgers? Damn it, I'll back up Aaron Rodgers too. I know how you'll back up Aaron Rodgers because I would back up Aaron Rodgers if I had an opportunity to back up Aaron Rodgers. So Cam, get off my screen. All right, Josh Allen with the Buffalo Bills. All right, Super Bowl contenders. Cam, that might be one of the few chances you would get to hoist that Super Bowl trophy since you didn't win it in 2015. So I think backing up Josh Allen wouldn't be a bad look. Josh don't get hurt much, so I'm not sure how much he'll need you or would need you, but that would be a good opportunity for you to make it to the big dance. And the last person on the list was Sam Howell, who I don't know who that is. Please let me know in the comments area who the hell Sam Howell is and where does he play. And if he's not starting, how can Cam back him up? But let me say this. I do admire Cam Newton for actually setting the record straight because it had been a narrative out there that Cam Newton wasn't really willing to back up anyone. And maybe that's part of the reason we didn't see him on the sidelines in 2022. This is Cam's personal list, so I can't say I don't like it because this is who Cam feels like he's willing to back up. Cam could go back up Dak Prescott. I think that offense could use Cam. Patrick Mahomes. Man, what about Daniel Jones in New York? You might could get Daniel's job. What about old boy in New England? You might could get his job. I think there are a lot of more quarterbacks that could use a veteran like you with that veteran leadership. If you go in there with the positive attitude to train, help grow a quarterback, I think there are a lot of teams that can use you, Cam. I like the fact that you're willing to say, you know what, I'm not going to allow you guys to create a narrative. I'm going to tell you what it is. I do respect and appreciate that. I just think there are so many quarterbacks that could use you. Atlanta, that they have a quarterback who's just going into his second season, Riddler. Atlanta could use you, and you're from Georgia. Imagine how the dome would be. Not the dome. Georgia Atlanta don't play in the dome anymore. Imagine how Mercedes-Benz, how full it would be if Cam Newton was on that sideline mentoring Riddler. Or Ritter. I'm not an Atlanta Falcons fan, so I don't have to know his name. I don't care. But imagine how the old Westlake alumni and the city of Atlanta will be happy to have you on that sideline to provide insight, come in if this guy is struggling, and just mentor him. I think your list is dope, Cam. and that's your personal opinion list. But I think you need to go for the unemployed list also. The places that I can be helped or that could use my help, use my assistance, not just my personal preference. I think there are a lot of teams, if they call you, Cam, I think you should answer. You should answer if Atlanta calls. You should answer if Dallas calls. You should answer, hey, you might be able to get the starting job in Baltimore because we don't know where Lamar Jackson is going. Man, I think New England, that'll be a good place for you to go back home since you were there already. You know the system. I think the Giants could use you. Um, I was about to say the Redskins, they're not the Redskins anymore. The Washington football team could use you. There are so many teams, Cam. I think if you open yourself up to say, look, I'm willing to come help a NFL club, and then I think that'd be a home for you. I just think it would. But you know what? That's my take on it. That's my take on Cam Newton's backup list. Again, I do commend him for saying, you know what? I'm going to change the narrative by speaking my truth. This is his list, so we can't really critique it by anything other than his personal opinion and say some of the teams we like to see Cam Newton possibly play for. I would like to see Cam in the XFL, USFL to help boost their ratings. I think that would be a good look too, even though they only make $50,000 a year. But you know what? Who am I? I'm just a YouTuber with an opinion. All right, but y'all do me a favor. If you got an opinion on who you think would be a team that Cam Newton can help, in my comments area, make sure you leave a comment on whatever team you think Cam Newton will be a good fit for. Or should Cam just stick to podcasting and being a restaurant owner? All right, this is your boy Big XL. Y'all do me a favor. Please make sure y'all hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Again, leave me a comment and share the content. Hit the notification bell. That way you know anytime we drop content. All right, till next time, y'all do me one big favor. Stay blessed, stay strong, and I promise you won't go wrong. Yeah.